managers are cutting their net long positions in copper and silver. Do you think this is the end of the commodities bull run?
I don't think so. I think there's probably many years to go because we've got the rebuilding of really the third world. If you look at the Chinas, Indias, and Asias, and that will only continue. And then Africa, of course. So I think you're going to see a long, protracted semi-boom or semi-growth story over the next decade or two. You've also got to be very conscious, Kathy. We've got a population base running around about 7.2 billion people inhabiting the world, but by 2040, 2045, the numbers stay at around about 9.5 billion. So more mouths to feed, more consumption across every sector, and I really think that the commodity cycle is very much alive and kicking. Sure, it's taken a little bit of a hiatus and having a bit of a back off, but that's been attributable, of course, to equity prices that have just gone, nearly parabolic in the last year. Have a look at the yen. It's gone from, Nikkei, I should say, from about, 8,500. Now it's, going to taste the best part of 16,000 out, I'd say, sometime in June. So, there's a lot of momentum there across equities, and when you couple that with the currency markets, I think just the flood of capital has found homes where you've seen a better return. But I think the old commodity market, don't take your eye off it. It'll come back. It's just having a bit of a break, Kathy.
For a long-term investor, which one would you recommend investing in? Gold or silver?
I think you'd have to be looking at gold. Silver's certainly from an industrial demand side, Kathy, is always going to be quite strong, but I think it's rallied, incredibly hard all the way through to the early $40, and now it's, around that $21, $22 mark. Had a pretty heavy fall yesterday in Asia, and where gold hasn't come back anywhere near that. Sure, it peaked at 1900, but it's still at, nearly 1400. And I think there's more of an attraction out there from retail space as far as the gold market. And of course jewellery consumption and really the feeling as far as wealth attributed to a precious metal. It's got to be gold centric.
What is your top 3 recommended trades now in commodities and why?
Well, I think you had to look at, probably shorting the silver market and shorting gold. I was a bit surprised to see the way it bounced last night. I thought, but I really do think there's probably, it'll get tested to the downside. So that's something, and keep an eye certainly on, from a bullish standpoint as far as geopolitical, across the summer driving season and the summer season in the Northern Hemisphere. So crude oil, I've got a close eye on that as well as far as a bullish stance. Base metals, I'm just getting some sort of better feeling where the market is. It's not giving me any clear direction, so I'm just sitting on the sidelines for a lot of those trades. But I'm certainly looking at the US dollar, and that's giving me a fairly, a closer indication as far as markets and where I need to, park capital and give advice.